Hi, today I'm going to talk about why it is important to design ESP courses for the industry sector in Durango. First, we need to talk about some background before we start to talk about this topic. There is already a historical background on the teaching of English for specific purposes, that is ESP. But why, in spite of the fact that there is more than 10 years ago, the companies are still struggling with the language barrier? Perhaps it's that an online service only, where it's excluded teaching by personal interaction, that it means peer-to-peer, and it is well established that it will never be the same talk with a person that with a computer. During the last decade in our country, and especially in our state, there has been a growing industry due to the arrival of foreign companies, the majority from countries where the spoken language is English. The main companies that arrive here in Durango are from Canada, UK, and the US. According with some articles, interviews and testimonies of foreign entrepreneurs or people who came to Durango and Mexico, one of the first problems on the encounters that have year over year is the language barrier because all they say as the tables of work and the conferences were conducted in Spanish. One of the investors or people who came to Mexico said in one article that foreign companies come to invest in Durango, however, workshops and seminars are taught in Spanish. Because of this, companies should cover the cost in terms of translators, since the local industry does not cover this aspect in the majority of the occasions, and not by a bad management because they do not have the services or necessary training to do so. It is important to design courses using English for specific purposes because the few local companies offering uh, training to their workers and resort to the basic system of a language center, where only will give a level of English but will not help for the labor purposes, and neither use correct examples in the correct environment. Also results expensive for the learners come up to the language centers and pay for an English course. The problem here is that few companies that show an interest in introducing the English as a requirement only ask managers and administrative staff and does not include staff in general, perhaps by training cost or simply that they are not taken in account. In addition to train workers, it is necessary for the workers go to take the courses outside of the company. So the question here is, where is the learning by means of the environment? Sending to the workers to learn English out of the workplace exclude the learning through the environment style. For that problem, I was thinking about some solutions. The purpose of this research is to demonstrate that it is necessary to design courses using English for specific purposes, where the worker can learn in his environment, since the intention is to create groups of training teachers in English for the different branches of the industry, and that this service is brought to the company, thus avoiding that a worker has to leave their work environment. In addition with these aims, to involve the staff in general without distinctions of hierarchy, because that a company in which all or most of its workers is trained, projected better image and attracts future proposals and opportunities. Some advantages about this research are can be avoid or can avoid that a worker has to leave their work environment, and also can practice with examples inside of their workplace. But at the same time, we can find some disadvantages. For example, many CEOs doesn't take into account the preparation of their employees, only for administratives and directors. They don't take into account all the general staff. And also is can be take some time prepare the correct number of teachers who can assist or teach in a company outside of the classroom. So, as a conclusion of this problem solution speech, the intention is to create groups of trained teachers in English for the different branches of the industry, and that service is brought to the companies, avoiding that a worker has to leave their work environment. In a nutshell, this is my research project. This is my problem and solutions part. If you have any suggestion, comment, feel confident and let me know. Thank you for your attention. See ya.